Ahoy there, lads! My name is Sundaram, third mate of a foreign-going ship and tattoo artist at Coilbug Tattoo Studio, Chandigarh, and I happen to be your pirated advisor. This is another video of Secondmate's Function 1 Orals Frequently Asked Questions. This is the fourth part where we analyze Captain Sundaram. This video is brought to you by Angel's Haven School, the school for the unprivileged. If you happen to know any child below poverty line, send him or her to this blessed school and gift him or her free education. So without further ado, I bring to you, what is drawing height? You see a nautical chart, you see different colors on a nautical chart. The yellow colored portion represents land. The white colored portion represents deep sea. Then various shades of blue represent shallow depth of the sea. And then you see green colored land. What is that? Portion just next to the yellow land, green colored land. This is drying height. What is meant by drying height? It means it's a portion of land which is sometimes covered with sea and other times uncovered with sea and totally dry. This is called drying height. What is SSAS? Ship Security Alert System. It is a silent alarm. Can be triggered only by captain. Its location is confidential, but generally there is one trigger point on bridge, another trigger point in captain's cabin. When is this alarm triggered? During any attack of piracy. When pirates are on board, when situation is out of hand, captain triggers this silent alarm. What happens on triggering this alarm? All the information from bridge equipments is sent to different organizations, including your company and your DPA. You see an oil spill on your ship. Which alarm will you sound? Journal emergency alarm. So 7 short blasts followed by 1 prolonged blast. How will you check if the position given by GPS is correct or incorrect? Check the position of the other vessels. Check the GDOP value and 2D and 3D value of GPS. Check on the chart which shows our ship's present position and past position. Your anchor is dragging. How will you come to know? See, when the anchor is dropped, what does the officer of the watch do? He calculates swinging circle. After calculating swinging circle, where does he mark these swinging circles? On the paper chart, on egg dish, on radar. So, when you're on the watch, on anchor watch, if you see your vessel's position out of swinging circle, definitely the anchor is dragging. Then check speed over ground. If the speed over ground is too much, ship is dragging. Sometimes in heavy weather, speed could be 5 knots, 6 knots, speed over ground. But if the speed over ground exceeds 10 knots, 11 knots, suspect anchor is dragging. Then take range and bearing of the nearby objects like marks and buoys. Then take beam bearings. Then use hand lead line. Hand lead line is generally hung from the bridge wing, and the lead line is let to rest on the seabed. There you see a sailing vessel underway using propelling machinery, and you see it from the starboard side. What will be your action? Maintain course and speed. There is an anchored vessel. Correction. You see November Charlie flag. What does it indicate? It indicates my vessel is in distress and requires immediate assistance. You see uniform flag. What does it indicate? You are running into danger. Give an example where isolated danger mark is placed over any dangerous area, for example, a small wreck. Give an example where is safe water mark placed inside traffic separation zone. Then in mid channel, your gyro has failed. What will be the indication? Bearings will not be changing. Maybe the ship will start swinging. There will be alarm on master gyro. There will be alarm on autopilot. Compare. That's why we always compare gyro with magnetic compass. This is also an indication of gyro failure. Compare your compasses. Compare your gyro with magnetic compass and see how much is the difference. Then what is the difference between datum and CSP? This question is with respect to IMSAR. What is the difference between a datum and CSP? CSP is the point where we start the search. Datum is center of search pattern. Can these 2 points coincide? Can sometimes both of these points be same? Can that happen? Yes. In expanding square search pattern, both of these points are same. How to know the datum? The last known position corrected for set and drift. When the position is unknown, which search pattern will you use? Parallel sweep search. What is the meaning of compasses compared and courses checked? So, at the end of every bridge watch, every navigation watch, you log in the deck log book, compasses compared and courses checked. Even as deck cadets, you log it in your cadets record book. What is the meaning? Compasses compared means I compare all the compasses. I check the value, I check the heading on all the compasses. What is the heading? Shown by my gyro compass. What is the heading? Shown by my magnetic compass. What is the heading? Shown by my satellite compass. Some ships are equipped with satellite compasses. So we compare the headings of all the compasses. We compare, we see the difference, we bear the difference in our mind. That is what is meant by compasses compared. Courses checked. What is the meaning of courses checked? It means I check the courses or I compare the courses. Now, on which all equipments will this course be fed? Secondmate will feed the course. Where all can he feed? He will chart it on the chart. He will mark it on the chart. He will mark it on ECDIS. He will give the feed on GPS. And also on the radar. Your vessel is dragging. Your vessel is dragging anchor. What will be the lights that you will use when your engines are not ready? And what lights will you use when your engines are ready? So, when engines are not ready and the ship is dragging, use not under command lights. When vessel is dragging but the engines are ready, then use underway lights. How many types of radio navigation warnings are there? Three types: coastal warnings, local warnings, navigation warnings. How many types of navigation warnings are there? Three types: ECG, enhanced group calling; NAVTEX; SATC. While using calculations of pole star, we use A0, A1 and A2. Why do we subtract 1 degree in the calculations? Right? Now to understand this, let us begin. Let us start from the scratch. Chicken! We use three corrections: A0, A1, A2. Right? Now these corrections, we always add them, right? We always add these corrections. In reality, the value of these elements, A0, A1 and A2, the values of these elements can sometimes be positive, sometimes be negative. But to simplify the calculations, we always add them, always. Now, correction is actually not always positive. A0, A1, A2, they are not always positive. It may be sometimes negative, sometimes positive. So, what is the value of A0? It is 0.6 minutes. Correction. What is the value of A1 and A2? It is 0.6 minutes. What is the value of A0? It is 58.8 minutes. So as you add A0, A1 and A2, how much will you get? You will get 1 degree. How? A0, 58.8 minutes, plus A1, 0.6 minutes, plus A2, 0.6 minutes, equals to 1 degree. So finally at the end we subtract 1 degree to get the real value. What is the principle of AIS? STDMA, self-organized time division multiple access. Which vessel is more stable and which has more tactical diameter? A tanker or a bulk carrier? A tanker is more stable. And which has more tactical diameter? Tactical diameter will depend upon the ship and its maneuvering ability. It has nothing to do with what kind of cargo the ship is carrying. It has everything to do with the maneuvering ability. You are in Japan and coming out, what lateral marks will you see? See, we have discussed this question in the previous videos also. So, which all countries does Captain Sundaram generally ask? He will ask about Japan, Philippines, North Korea, South Korea, and America. By America, I mean North America, South America, and Central America. Now, all these areas are region B. Okay, once again, Japan, Philippines, North Korea, South Korea, North America, South America, Central America. All these are region B, which means on the port side, green light will be used. On the starboard side, red light will be used. Now, you are coming out of the Japan. Coming out of Japan, what lateral marks will you see? I will see red on the port side and green on the starboard side. If GPS fails, which equipments you will attend to first? Digital selective calling, DSC, We have to update our position on DSC. Every 4 hours, we have to update our position. If chart is not corrected for 2 years, from which year will you start correction? From present year to previous year. 15 minutes session is over. I think that's all that you can absorb for this moment. Stay tuned for more. If you have more questions, please do comment. Shout out to angelshavenschool.com. Please do visit the website. La Marina Mercente es no mar. Si te quieres eso en español, dime por favor. Hazme una pregunta en los comentarios. Si te gusta ese video, pinchar me gusta, por favor. Muchas gracias por tu ayuda. Adiós.